Yes, yes. One. Yes, we are live and ready to go. Turn on your cameras quickly and show me that you have a glass of water. Turn on your cameras. I will give one big kiss to everybody, one big kiss from Soulflow from all those who turn on their cameras, who want this loving kiss. All those who want this loving kiss, please turn on your cameras. Love is in the air, guys. Yes, show me your water. Cheers. Cheers to love, cheers to us, cheers to life. Okay, turn on your cameras quickly. I'm giving you another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are on a date with ourselves, and on a date, would you wear a mask or turn off your camera? So quickly turn on your cameras. Look at yourself only. You don't even have to look at me. You look at yourself only. But take this as a date, yeah. It's a date with yourself. Super excited. So before we go on, I want all of you to write for me in the chat box. What does love mean to you? Just define love. What does love mean to you? It could be one word like SRK. It could be one line, chal raha hai. It could be love for me is self-love, loving myself first. What is it that defines your love? Let's start with that. How many of you were there for the last class on yesterday's orientation when we created our self-love manifesto? If you did not, please watch the recording and do work on your self-love manifesto. It was a very exciting class. And in that same manifesto, in that same notebook, start with this next session also, which we are going on. This entire week, we are going to help you create a self-love manifesto. I will show you mine in the end. If I show you now you will become, Are Mera Bhi Itna colorful. So I'll show you in the end. Superb. Hina's love is Ma Papa undivided and my kiddo sister. What is love for you? Is love for you books? Is love for you respect? What does love mean to you? I'm asking a very simple question. Coffee with Karan mein dekha hai kya questions पूछते हैं? Just a simple question. Love means your parents. Superb, Neil. What does love mean to you? What is your belief about it? Love is caring. Love is trust. Ease and joy in life. Love for me is a feeling of connection that I feel with each one of you, that I feel with Niranjan, that I feel with the dog on the street. The variation, the degrees of it might vary, but I love each thing. So love is my feeling of bonding. Love is safety. Love is being with loved ones. Trust, care, responsibility. Best has love this answer, Neelam. Love means expression to me. Yesterday, I had asked everyone a question and I'll ask it again. What is your relationship status? Quickly tell me, what is your relationship status? Love is me, love it. What is your relationship status? Shweta's married. What else? Who else? What is your relationship status? Tell me in the chat box. Single, separated, married. What is your relationship status? Tell me quickly. Now, one thing none of you asked me is which relationship. All of you assumed एक बस वो partner है, life में loving partner है, and that is the only relationship we have. Nobody asked me, are you talking about the relationship with ourselves? Are you talking about the relationship I have with my professional networks or my relationship with the universe or even my relationship with God? So the first thing that I want you to write down right in your notebooks is there are many relationships, not just one. How is it that you can be ever single in a relationship with yourself? You are committed in the relationship you have with yourself, right? Think of it. Some of you might have a complicated or toxic relationship with yourself also. But we do have that. So think of relationships on different levels, not just the one that you have with others. This entire week, first we will work on ourselves, work on the relationship with us, and then only will we go over to improving for others. Because if you don't like yourself, how will others like you? If you don't love yourself, if you don't feel proud of yourself every day, you don't look into the mirror yourself and give yourself a "Mwah, you look amazing, you are best," then how will others say it? So we have to work with us. So this entire week is about mastering love and relationships. Every day at 8 p.m. we are going to have a class where we are going to work on this. We are going to build up it and we are going to do this. Okay. So first of all, thank you because you are the guys who started the original relationship. For some of you who have seen us, I think Shilpi has seen us before our marriage. Devani has been there before our marriage. All of you who have been us, the success of our story has because of you all. So that is why our dedication, instead of spending our Valentine's Day with each other, this is our first Valentine's Day after marriage, second. This is our for after our first marriage anniversary. Okay, this but we are like we will spend it with you because we owe this. This is the first time me and Niranjan ever got on a private Zoom and where the story started. I just noticed even in my old room I had artificial leaves behind me. Now I have real leaves. So thank you so much for starting this, for helping us get in there, and we are excited. So we consider ourselves experts of love, not only because we have worked a lot on our relationship. We used to be very different. Our relationship was very different, but experts because we have studied love in depth. I have got a full thumbs up from the man of love, Jay Shetty himself. And that is what we are going to talk about today. How and all did, how to get into the theory of love, how to figure out what to do, what to get in. Let's go. So first is falling in love. Love of any kind is a chemical reaction. It's a scientific reaction. It is a biological process. So whenever you feel love, it's not just a random attraction or doing it. It comes from an area of there. Recently, I was reading this study where they are doing DNA research on why is somebody attracted to a certain person. Why are they, why does somebody's soulmate become somebody, what is the concept of soulmates? All of this goes in a very deeper psychological level. So the first revelation for you is love is in the magic of chemicals. Love is a drug, probably the most addictive one. So for those who feel lonely, who feel out of love, that means there's a solution for you as well. You can create love for yourself. How do we create it? It is through oxytocin. Oxytocin is that chemical in your body which gives you the concept of love, which makes you feel this. When we are teenagers, our hormones are all going this. That time, anyone we look at, we fall in love. That Gandha's maths teacher who we would never look, that time even he seems like he's the best person out there. All those actors, I can see from your smiles, all these maths teacher crushes, those tuition teachers, every Gandha boy you find, you are like, this is the person, I will fix him. Why? It is because we are confused at that time. That is why we fall, ladies especially know, we fall in love for those Kabir Singh bad boy types. And we're like, this boy, I will make him a good boy. Hormones again. So a lot of what you feel about love, a lot of what you feel about loneliness, a lot of this comes from hormones, which is a good news, which means you can produce this for yourself. A very big source of oxytocin is hugging yourself. Just giving yourself a nice little tight hug can help you feel more secure. Volunteering. Volunteering is a great way to feel more complete, to feel more fulfilled. Playing with babies, playing with pets, spending time with nature. All of this gives you that dose of oxytocin. So you don't need a partner to fill yourself. You don't need a special someone to make you feel special. What you need is to hack these processes, to hack all of it, and you are done. How many of you like this concept that you can create love for yourself on demand? Everything is a thermological process in it. I was recently watching a documentary when love, lust, all of this can be measured in your body as well. Is the gate open? Can you check? So the 7 keys of relationship. Okay, that's what we are going to work all this entire week. We'll cover each section in each of these classes and go towards it. The very first key is alone, not lonely. Solitude makes you stronger. For those who feel trapped in wrong relationships or those who do not have a relationship to begin with, take it as an opportunity to build yourself. Take it as a good opportunity that now I can work on myself. I was a very desperate person looking for love everywhere because that's a gap that my parents left for me. I was always looking for people to love me, to get me there until I had so many heartbreaks, so many trauma, my heart could not take it any longer. I thought I'm done with men. I'm done with everyone. I'm going to work on myself. And that's when the magic happened. When I built myself, when I worked on myself, the right person came across my doorstep. Niranjan, of course. So build yourself. Use any time that you don't, like supposedly you say, my partner doesn't give me time. Good. That means you have time to work on yourself. You say, I don't have a relationship. Good. You don't have drama. You can work on yourself. The grass is always greener. Single woman here would be like, I wish I was having somebody to share my life with. People who have somebody, they will be like, I wish I was single to, explore myself. So get this concept right. You are alone. You are not lonely. Alone is a fact. Lonely is a feeling. You can change that feeling. Find the right community. ठीक है, God did not give you a realistic a love partner. You could not find a love partner. Find other kinds of partners. Can you find a nice learning partner who comes and attends classes with you? Can you find an accountability partner who helps you wake up? Can you find a professional network, a mentor who helps you? Why only one bond? If you so today, just outside, my father-in-law is conducting an alumni meet of his most closest friends, and there are almost how many people would be there, Niranjan? 30? 20, easy 20, 25. 20, 25 people are there out there making a noise. Me and Niranjan realized we don't even have so many friends to fill a room with. We have wonderful students, we have wonderful community to fill it in. But if we talk in friends, it's 2 or 3. We don't believe in this kind of party, in this kind, but trust me, we have never felt alone. Many of you know the relationship between me and Niranjan, how close we are, how much we spend time with. But the time we love the most is the time spent alone also. Like right now, while I'm taking this class, Niranjan is reading his books. When tomorrow Niranjan takes his class, I'm going to call and catch up with my friends and watch some bad YouTube videos, cringe videos. So don't worry about number of people. Don't worry about relationships. Worry about fulfilling relationships. Got it? So first point is build fulfilling relationships and don't be alone. If you saying you are alone means that you don't like your company. You are saying मुझे अपना company नहीं पसंद. Because at every point of time you have you. Do you not like your company? No. Do you not like your company? How many of you don't like your company? All of you like your company. Right? So you are never alone. You always have someone, and that someone is dying for your attention. They're like, please work on me. Please, your inside is like, please do development on me. Please do some self-study. Please do some self-preservation. The second key is identify relationships that you have. That is that. When you said that what relation, how is your relationship status? You focused on only one. Think of all the relationship. Even you employing a household help is a relationship you have with her. What you have with your employees is a relationship. It doesn't have to be the same level, but you have. The relationship you have with me is a different relationship, but you have it. The relationship with you have with your community, you have it. So identify all the relationships that you currently have. A mother, father, daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, so many relationships that you have. Hey, I'm sorry to disturb you. Can you get the charger for this? It's outside. No, it's outside. We were charging it there. Thank you. Okay. So identify all the relationships you have. The third is recognize your attachment style. This we will do on Friday when we will discuss what kind of attachment we should have with somebody, what we already have, how to work on it. Understand love languages. Everyone speaks a different language. Whenever, when you fight, you all are screaming. But understand that we're all screaming in different languages. One is in Malayalam, one is in Bengali. You can't do it. You have to come on a common language that understands, or at least pick on their vibe. So on Thursday, we will discover how to understand love languages in a depth. We'll cover it in little brief today if we have time. Effective communication. Now, this is probably the most important of all of this is miscommunication is the root of all evils. How many of you believe this? That miscommunication is the root cause of all evils. Your mother-in-law doesn't understand what you are trying to say. Your parents don't understand what you are trying to say. Your husband misinterprets you. Yes? Communication is the biggest tool. Even in my Life program, I have an extra 2 weeks just on communication. Why? Because if you are able to not, and we often think communication is the way we speak. No. Communication is the way what you speak is interpreted the correct way in the to the front person. You might say, I'm a very clear person, I am a very articulate person, I am a very person who talks on logic. मेरे सामने वाले को समझ नहीं आता. It's that person's fault. You also have a responsibility in ensuring the person in front of you gets your instructions. If an employee does a mistake, the manager is asked first, did you explain the instructions to him carefully? So effective communication is the biggest key, and this is probably the area we will work on the hardest. The next is learn to forgive. Yesterday when we healed our heart, I hoped it helped you forgive your enemies, your foes a little bit. It's a slow process, but only when your heart is clear, only when it's away from forgetting, forgiving, sadry, misery is when you can move on. So don't see forgiveness as how can I forgive somebody for the mistake they made. See forgiveness as a reboot for yourself. You don't want to carry that hatred. You don't want to carry that emotion. You don't want to carry that. You want to start from scratch. And learning to forgive is one of the biggest ways. And forgiving is not forgiving somebody's crime. Okay, you hurt me, but okay, it's okay. You're a good person. I no longer have any claims about you. Forgiving is forgiving yourself for holding on to this anger for so long. Forgiving is letting go because it feels like a coal in your arms. You can't do anything about it. You just keep holding it, keep holding it, keep holding it. My mother-in-law tortured me 20 years later, 20 years before. My husband hasn't given me this moment of this. My friend cheated on me. Forgive, not for them, for yourself. You deserve a chance to move on from a fresh page. You deserve a chance to let go. It's not for them, it's for you. Nothing you do is going to affect them. You can spend 100 years of guilt and anger towards them. They don't care. Their hair fall is not happening. It's not like you say, उसने मेरे साथ इतना बुरा किया, and next day a pimple comes on their face. It's not like you're like, how could they do this to me and next day their hair falls out. Nothing you're doing is getting there. So learn to forgive. The next is probably the most important one. It is about boundaries. I and Niranjan were working on. I just bring my journal once. I want to show you something. Just give me 1 second. I just get my journal. So this is my love manifesto, as you know. This is the section that I've made on love and relationships for me and Niranjan. I will share a picture, don't worry, in detail here. I don't know if you can see it in clarity. This is all about our vision, our beliefs, how we want to work on our relationship, what is our purpose. I'm telling you, on a very bad day, when we don't want to even see each other's face, just opening this page and reading gives me so much clarity on why we need to work on our relationship. That is our love relationship. The other relationship is social, which currently I'm working on. So I want to read out something to you when it comes to boundaries, okay? Something that I realized very recently. I have been wounded by friendships and relatives for a long time. Only in adulthood did I decode why most of my relationships and friendships did not work. It is because of me trying to involve them into my life, and too much of closeness always spells disaster. It left me exhausted and tired. It is in adulthood that I realized the importance of boundaries. I believe that boundaries, your attachment should be deep, not demanding. You need boundaries. You need to have people who understand when you want to say no, when you want to say yes. Finding people who share the same respect for boundaries is the ultimate secret of friendship. I plan to build better boundaries in the future. How many of you got it? I basically decoded that the reason my friendships did not work is because this is the three cases that happens in most people. सामने वाले का friend starts expecting too much and you don't know how to give back. They start expecting too much time, your family, relatives, and you don't want to give back that. First case this. Second is you expect too much from them. You're like, why didn't they love me back? I gave so much to them. They did not return to me. I put so much. I did not get it. My cup is empty. Their cup is full. And the third case is both of you are set on how much to give, how much to take, what are respectful, what are not respectful, and you are happy. The first and two case spell disaster. If the samne wala person is giving you a lot, you feel guilty. Or you feel, Arey yaar, why is she eating my head so much? I don't want this much attachment. If you are giving too much and the person is not taking, you're like, oh yaar, I'm doing so much and they are not doing anything for me. It is only in the third case that there is no fight. There's a understanding and respect. You give me, I can't come to all your parties. You don't expect me to come. I want my me time. I hope you respect my me time. Right? And that's the kind. And how do you build that? Of course, that's not easy. We have been, especially Indians, have never been taught boundaries. We don't even knock on doors on coming. It's like just aa jao and all. Boundaries is something nobody taught us. How do we establish them? The first step is recognizing you. How will you know your boundaries if you don't know you? Which means this is deep introspection. I derived all these thoughts after introspection. So some of you have access to the soul book. Some of you have access to those. Start working on them. Once you know yourself, you know your boundaries. That this is something that is not acceptable to me. When you know, for example, when I got married, of course, you know, during that time, you have to be a bahu, you have to be, make everyone happy. So every evening, my mother-in-law would come, I would make her a cup of tea, and we used to have 8 p.m. classes and then rush to the class, all struggling. Like today also, I'm so sweating and all because I had to entertain guests and all. I couldn't say no. Then when I started working on myself, I wrote in deep length that wealth is more of a priority to me. Ambition is more of a priority to me. Right now, my focus is, you know, building my career. That's when I got the strength to say no to her. कि Amma, we love and deeply respect you, but this coming at 7:45 and running makes us all uncomfortable. We have to say bye and doing it. Rather than that, let's decide one day of the week when we spend entirely with you. You choose movie, whatever you want to do, but your daily interaction is not possible. Boundaries. Hurt me to say this. I was shocked. I was very surprised. I was like, what will people say? What will Amma say? I don't want to hurt her. But once it does, life is easier for everyone. Right? How many of you agree with this so far? If you do, pick up your glass and have a sip. Diksha, I have been so hurt with friendships. When we were doing this section, I was telling Niranjan that I have been rejected by most my friends more than more than people go through in an entire life through my IIM thing. Now, if you see my friend circle, I have one friend from my college, the GNU Guru Nanak Dev College, one friend from my IIM, and that's it. These are the two closest of my friends. The others are there, here and there, but that's it. Niranjan has one friend. No, he has only one friend. I at least have acquaintances and friends of friend because we've been hurt so much. You've all heard Niranjan's stories, right? How his friend cheated him for 50,000, right? So don't worry about number of friends who have cheated. Take accountability. First, take accountability that you did not choose right friends. That you let them come too close or expected them too close. That's when you are going to move on. Even with all your relationships, first step of healing is take accountability that I was a person who did not, express my feelings maybe clearly, or I did not see the signs. My partner was always cheater, but I ignored it. I felt he will not do it with me. I was foolish. First, admit it, and it is not like guilt. I have done it. I have done it. Admit your side of it, and then you think about what can be fixed in them. That is why I was telling my parents to do arranged marriage for me. So if anything goes wrong, I can blame them full, wholly and heartedly. Now who do I have to blame if anything goes wrong? Okay? That's it. You do all through these 7 keys and your life is sorted. Is there any other key? Tell me. Do you feel is there anything I missed? Most of you have longer relationships than I have my age here. Okay, so let's go step by step. I will put a hard stop at 8:45. Don't worry, we won't have very long classes because after the classes, I want you to sit and reflect on yourself. And since it's Valentine's week, I don't know which day it is. I think it's Kiss Day, Chocolate Day, I don't know. Spend extra 15 minutes on yourself. Maybe do an extra nice scrub, put on a face pack, maybe read 15 minutes, maybe write a love letter to yourself. Do something for yourself that you're going to enjoy. What is it that you're going to do? If you see scrolling reels, I will take you out of the class. What is it? What are you going to do? Write a love letter to yourself. Nice, Hemavati. Shally wants to read. What will you do? What will you do for the for the last 15 minutes? Okay, then last 15 minutes, and so many of you want to write a letter, we'll write. It is there, blue color. Somewhere this blue color is there. Somewhere it was there. It's okay. Pamper myself. Apply face pack. I also plan to apply face pack today. Okay. Just 1 minute. Huh? Face mask and long shower. Love. Nice. Maybe you can, put nail paint today, spend extra minutes listening to a song, searching for Shah Rukh Khan hot pics, whatever is your jam. Okay. So let's go step by step. The first step is identify all the current relationships. This is your task. So this is a task you can do today with yourself, with your friends and family. Love, and professional. And when you identify, it is not just how, hey, what kind of nature is your relationship? Is your relationship itself a peaceful one, a happy one, or is your relationship with somebody, with yourself, toxic? You are, constantly giving them hatred, you are putting out this. What is it? How would you define each one of your relationships? With your friends, with your friends, do individually. With this friend, with that friend, this friend and me have supportive relationship. This person is a doesn't make me happy. Okay. Once you have made this list, choose which ones you want to get. See, we are now adults. Most of you are above 40s. See, you have a right to say bye to the a-holes of your life. If not now, when? Kab tak you will take these people in your head and doing it? You have a very nice chance and opportunity to say bye to them. Maybe they'll judge you a little. Maybe they'll do it. That's okay, yaar. You know very well. Itne saal bhi you've lived alone. You can do it. You'll find more. So all those relationships that truly cause you trauma, that cause you there, that you try to avoid, good time to say bye. And I don't mean like calling your relative and say, Chacha ji, kal shadi mein, agli marriage mein, shadi mein mat aana. I am not saying I'll ask your relatives and say, return my 500 rupees and never show my face again. It is in your mind, in your, mindset. Whatever they say, I don't care. They are no longer existing for me only. Right? So you can go ahead with that. So I am sharing a message. One minute. So how to define these relationships? I'm giving you some. You can copy, paste, and keep this. The types of relationship that you can have. Maybe one of you can copy, paste, and put it in the group as well. That would be really helpful. Surya wasn't feeling very well, so I asked her to take a break from screen. These are the different kinds of relationships you can have. So read through it. They're pretty much, I'm not going to explain each type of you. Platonic means non-romantic. Romantic, professional, casual, intimate, toxic, strained, reciprocal, familial, dynamic. This is something I want all of you to go through. How many of you will do this? You'll sort. So many people's list in New Year when I saw was declutter cardboard, declutter cupboard, declutter kitchen. Arey bhai, declutter your friend list first. That is causing you much more harm. That cupboard is not doing anything to you. Those friends and snakes and relatives are doing much more harm to you. So many of you don't share on social media thinking my XYZ relative will say and think I've gone mad. Yes, so many of you are afraid to share your view. That person, some Rajesh relative will think I am gone mad. Get rid of them. It won't make any difference in their life. It will make hell lot of difference in your life. Okay? Ready for second step? Have a sip of water. We talked about, when I asked you about love, you mentioned one. There are 9 kinds of love. Philia is an affectionate love that you feel. Like you see somebody and you're like, oh, I really like this. The love you feel for your friends, your relative, your sister. Storge is familial love. The love you feel for your family. Family, the kind of love Karan Johar is making so much money on. Family is everything. Everyone holding hands, singing songs. That's Storge. Philosia, the most important love, self-love. Eros is erotic love. Now, women mostly stay away from this kind of love. They don't talk about it much. They don't do it. And very few movies, very few series come out and they kind of get it into there. But this is a much important part of your love, an erotic love, a lust for thing, a carnal desire that you have. Okay. Ludus is playful love, flirting, flirtation, dur dur se, sometimes getting the thrill of smiling at a stranger, then looking, that is ludus. Agape is selfless love. Love you have just for community, just for serving. No reciprocation you need. Mania is obsessive love. अगर ये नहीं मिला तो I will die. I'm ready to do anything for this actor. I'm ready to do for anything for this person. This happens a lot in our teenage. And pragma is an enduring love. The love that your grandparents have between you, between them. The love that goes on for years and years, an everlasting love. It's enduring. Okay, hydrate. Let's go. Greeks are probably the best people on talking about love because they have written one of the most biggest philosophy books and all. Greeks were lovers of beauty, lovers of love. All their gods and goddesses are based on this. They were probably the most hedonistic people there. If you read about Greek culture, they were complete lover boys. Okay. Let yourself be alone. This I've already talked about. I'll talk it into a more detail. Solitude is the antidote to loneliness. Spend time alone. One of the most Google searches are, will I ever find somebody? Will I ever find a partner? People do tarot, astrology, numerology to fix their relationships. Please learn to be alone. And the 5 stages of loneliness is also what I'm going to tell you today is, first, you feel lonely. Second, you feel presence. You feel like, okay, no, I'm not lonely. I am there. I can do something. And then you get aware, okay, say there is a class I can do. There is something I can do. Let me join Soulflow's class. I'll try. Discomfort, when people tell you turn on cameras, you're like, I can't turn on my cameras. I feel too shy. I feel too shy to share in the group. I can't do this. I can't open my heart to people. What will people say? You feel discomfort. But once you do it, you're like, ये तो इतनी बड़ी बात नहीं थी. This is not something very extreme. I could do it. First time you go to watch a movie alone, you're like, what will people say? People will think I'm a loner. People will think I'm sad. But when you go there, you're like, who are these people? Nobody is saying anything to me. That's when your confidence builds. And guys, those who have your cameras turned on, turn it on once. You will see nothing will happen. You will still sleep the same today. You will still look the same pretty. Nothing will happen. Try it once. And then when your confidence, you get it, you like enjoying your company more. So many of you have been with Soulflow for so long. How many of you have started loving your company more? You want to take time of your family and spend time on your soul book. You want to stop watching Netflix with others and you want to come and watch this. How many of you have felt that change? You have started loving your company. Congratulations. So the 3 C's of doing this, from starting from loneliness to solitude, are community. No big word than that. Community is the key of everything. Some of you are part of the Zengen, some of you are part of Millennial family here, some of you are part of our upcoming life craft. Community is the key. You can never feel wrong, if you can never feel alone, if you know there's somebody at the end of the group to do it. And this is a reminder to all of you Zen gymmers who have little gone out of touch with it. Connect back to this community. Share what is going on with your life. Tell if you're stuck at somewhere. Maybe 5 people will judge. But your work is not to impress that 5 people. Your work is to impress that one person who connects with you. So stop looking for 5 cents. Whenever you send a message in a group, whenever you write in a group, don't think of the 10 people who will think, Arey, what is she writing? Message, nobody thinks that way, okay? But if you think, but think of those 2 people who might be like, I relate to this, yeah. Thanks for sharing this. Community. Second is consistency. Now, have you noticed that old people, people who have lost their partners, who have lost their spouses, they have a routine. They will get up in the morning no matter what. That keeps them sane. It keeps them this, that anything in my life, I have my routine. My dad, we lost my mom a long time back, so my dad is alone in Delhi. He retired, तो पहले तो चलो he had a community and all, now he's retired. He doesn't talk to anyone, like anyone he doesn't talk to. And I know how lonely he's becoming. But his thing is consistency. I'll do the same routine every day, and it just works. So consistency. And the third is coaching. Many of us forget that one of the deepest intimate relationships we can have is with a coach, is with a mentor. Think of your physical trainer. He knows more about your body than you do, right? Many of your husbands might not, many of our husband might not know us so intensely as the physical trainer might do. He knows your diet, he knows your, when you cheat, he knows everything. Some of you, I know your personal issues so deeply closer than you share with any of your friends. So take coaching to learn on things you want to build and build in relationships with your mentor, with your guru. Remember Dronacharya, and they had such a, that is one of the most highlighted relationships in this. Because if you find the right coach, you can have the most wonderful relationship and you'll never feel alone again. You know somebody has your back. What is the time? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, we have another 5 minutes almost to do, so we'll go. So let me see. Let me see. No, love language. Okay, love language I'm not doing today because it's a big topic and attachment theory is also a big topic. But today I want to talk about one part of this which I'll carry with you, and this is your homework: forgiveness. Okay, so forgiveness. This is something, so in the next classes, we'll be working on attachment theory and love languages. Don't miss those classes. Today we'll do forgiveness. Forgiveness, like I said, is for you. It's not for anyone else. It's not for this. It's for you. So how to forgive? One of the most effective ways that I have found to forgive, there are of course many ways you will find. Some will do spirituality, some will do this. But my favorite method is the Ho'oponopono method. So we practice this forgiveness before we go. So take a sip of water. Take a sip of nice water. Calm yourself down. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Do this. Shake off all your stress, all your tension. Before we do this, we create a bubble around us, okay? A bubble to protect us. So imagine as if there's an imaginary bubble, those space bubbles you've seen in planes and all, you have a bubble inside you. We are safe inside here. Okay? Take a sip of water. Now, the next steps we do. When I talk about forgiveness, I don't want you to think of somebody very big, like somebody who has ruined your life or that kind of level. Forgiveness nahi karna hai hame aaj. That takes time. You'll get very triggered if you think of it. Start small. Start with, say, yourself. Let's forgive ourselves for the guilt we did, challenges we did, all the things we did. We forgive ourselves first. Gradually, so I'll share this with you all. Most of you know, I'm a victim of sexual harassment. I have gone through a lot of things. I have been through domestic violence by two separate people, and it was very tough for me. I could not even see men. Like if somebody came to change aquaguard in my house, I would start getting palpitations. I would get very scared. I had an inherent mistrust of people. So when I started this journey of, growing and forgiveness, I would start with thinking their face. And my mind would literally, how could they do it? I would get angry. Then I realized it needs potential. You can't eat super spicy chili on one day. You build your chili potential, you build your muscle. So today we will start with forgiving ourselves. Okay, and slowly, slowly you do it for 10 days, 15 days. When you are ready, you graduate towards the next one. Okay, so close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold, exhale from your mouth. Sit up straight, push your shoulders back, get comfortable. I want you to place one palm over its other. Relax yourself. Close your eyes and think of yourself. First thing you start with is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not working on myself more. I'm sorry for holding so much guilt and resentment. I'm sorry for being my own enemy. I'm sorry for not recognizing all the good things inside me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for all the times I thought I was not good enough, for all the times I thought I would not be able to do this. I held myself back. For all the times I doubted myself, please forgive me. Thank you for all the wonderful opportunities you've given me. Thank you for all the opportunities you've given me. Thank you for keeping me alive, for keeping me moving. Even on days when I was so sad I could not move, I felt there is no point in my life. You kept becoming my cheerleader. You kept going through me. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank it for all the things your body has done for you so far, what you have done for yourself. Finally, I love you. Say it like you mean it. Every particle, every cell, every atom in your body. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I forgive you. You can open your eyes. Comment in healed. Only if you feel a little bit of healed. Only if a small part of you could forgive. If you did not, don't write it. Write healed only if you could forgive a small part of you. It won't happen in one day. It will take time, but I can strongly tell you guys, do this because right now I'm in a position. I told you about those, how I was before. I was telling this to Niranjan. If today that guy, I couldn't even see that guy's name for a very long time. I used to call him Voldemort because I just couldn't take his name. If I saw his name anywhere, I would be triggered and scared. I was telling Niranjan if today, so I heard from a mutual friend, he's in Kochi. I was like, I don't care. If he comes to this shopping mart, I won't even feel anger. I think I'll probably ignore him. That is the kind of strength you can build with forgiveness. I will share, Achal. It's the Hoponopono. Hoponopono means to do something twice. So when we are doing this, when we are asking for forgiveness, we are doing this 2 times. So you can take a screenshot. It's a Hawaii prayer. Start with yourself. And when you are completely, everything between me and myself is sorted, then go and take it to the next step. I want to probably forgive my manager. I want to forgive them and go on moving. And one day I can promise you, you will have that kind of when you don't feel animosity towards anyone. That's a very, very relieving factor. I honestly tell you, I always felt like something was taking and gnawing at my heart inside and inside when I had this anger and all. Now it's so cool. So do it for yourself. Okay. So homework for you today is, of course, you're going to spend that 15 minutes in this. You're going to spend 15 minutes on yourself. Please watch the recording that we did yesterday, or at least the pictures that we had shared in the group, to work on your self-love manifesto. Identify the relationships that you have. We had sent you this. And work and do the Ho'oponopono prayer tomorrow morning. Okay, you'll get a very golden sunshine. Okay. So before you all go, for those who wanted to write an extra letter, who wanted to write a letter, I have a surprise for you. How about you could write a love letter to your future self, not even the self here, your future self. How many of you want to do this? How many of you want to get a letter 6 months from now from you? Yes? Okay, so I have a very surprise activity for you. For all those who want to write love letters to yourself, let's start today. This is the website. So I'll in fact show you from the beginning itself. Okay. Somebody will put the screenshot in the group. Don't worry, go or I'll share after the group. Okay, Achal, yes, you have done this before. So let's do this. Click on this link and it will open a screen like this. Okay. So here, just write your letter. Whatever love letter you wanted to write, you can start. I mostly, whenever I write my letters, I always start with this format. You can choose to write anything. This is just what I write. What are the things I am sorry for? What are the things I am want forgiveness for? This is it. This is what I write for myself. You can choose to write your letter. It's your letter after all. And then when you are done, deliver in 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. Enter your email ID. Send this letter. Send to the future. Done. Okay. So I want to do the free one only. Done. Okay, so I've written letters, they will show later. So when you write this, your future letters will come to you. Isn't that cool? Yes? How many of you think it's cool? So have a sip of water. I'll play some music for 15 minutes. Write this. Okay. For those who want to go on and have a different activity, like, putting on a screen wash, face wash, do it. You are also welcome. But mujhe lagta hai all of you will stick and write this letter now. Okay. So have fun, guys. This is I told you the classes are going to be short. We are going to finish on time. Tomorrow, join in. It's going to be a fun art healing class for all of you. I will see you. And I love you all. Where is my big tomorrow? Yeah, where is my Thank you for coming. Pooja, the third case is when both of them are on the same page. Third case is when both of them have the equal expectation, which is rare, but it happens. Okay. So listen to some nice music, and for the next 15 minutes, you can write. You can write after that also. No, वो कि इसी के लिए रखना है. The class is officially over, guys. You can leave if you want to. For those who want to stay and write the letter, it's there. Otherwise, the class is officially over. I have stopped recording.